spearheaded by rising indie rock trio Camp Cope. The #ItTakesOwn campaign was launched by a video last week featuring many musicians calling on male members of the audience to stop any mistreatment of females on and off the stage. Camp Cope's McDonald, Callie, Hellmrich and Sarah Thompson enlisted artists including Courtney Barnett, Cloher and members of Luca Brasi, Frenzal, RMcDonaldhomb and the Jezabels to take part in the video after witnessing the violent behaviour of a man at a Brisbane show. As he aggressively ploughed his way through the crowd, female fans encouraged by to dance at the front of the mosh pit were forced to band together to prevent being injured. In another incident, their friends in punk rock outfit Luca Brasi angrily hit out at a punter who had groped 2 women during their Sydney concert last month. There have been other reports of disgusting incidences of indecent assault, including a woman being urinated on during a Spider Bait concert in Melbourne and a man ejaculating on the back of the woman at last year's St Kilda Festival. Camp Cope's Callie Hellmrich said bandmate McDonald had pointed out the offender from the stage and he was removed from the gig, but the incident inspired them to want to make a difference to concert culture. It started us thinking that if it was happening at our shows, then it is happening at other shows, but people feel helpless about saying or doing anything about it, she said. We wanted to bring everyone together and get the message out that it takes just one person to ruin a show, but it also takes just one person to be the change, to speak out and make a difference. It was important to have men involved in this and for our audience to know they have all of our support, that if they are not safe and not happy, then neither are we. Camp Cope's concerts are renowned for the band calling out for girls to the front to encourage female fans to enjoy a safe space in the mosh pit where they can dance and see the band up close, instead of being pushed to the back. Hellmrich said male fans had mostly responded positively to their Safe Space campaign. Because we are an all-woman band, we have experienced going to shows and being pushed, not being able to see from the front, so this is personal for us, she said. It can be complicated because a lot of fans want to be able to watch up front, but we're talking about tiny little girls, and it is amazing to see the women coming together, working together so they don't get crushed and feel safe. Luca Brasi's Tyler Richardson said in the video that his band had had enough of violence. A show is meant for everyone. It's meant to be a safe space no matter your age, no matter your gender, no matter your sexual preference, no matter a single thing. He said, "We've had enough of violence. We've had enough of sexual assault. We've had enough of any behaviour that does not show respect." Stevie Williams, who fronts hardcore punk band Clowns, said the campaign wasn't about toning down the exuberance of the mosh pit. When you go to a show, it's okay to jump around, go crazy, have a mosh, have a dance with your friends, have a dance with a stranger. Just don't sexually harass them. It's pretty simple really, he said. It isn't just female fans who have been subjected to harassment, with artists also copping verbal abuse from sexist audience members. Sydney solo artist Rainbow Chan detailed on social media last week how 2 men at a Perth show yelled vile taunts during her performance. F. Those 2 dickheads who yelled at me to get my T*TS out 3 times on stage with hand actions too. Reminds us that we need to keep educating people, especially young men, that this behaviour is not okay, she wrote. Amy Findlay, the vocalist and drummer from all-female psychedelic rock band Stonefield, said they had also copped that kind of abuse. In the early days, we felt too young and naive to say anything, but now, enough is enough. You just can't get away with saying inappropriate things like that and making us feel uncomfortable, she said. you couldn't say it in an office or on the street. Sydney rapper Earthboy has also started using his song Little Girl's Dad as an anti-harassment anthem at his concerts after a woman was groped at a recent Hobart show. "I want these places to be somewhere my daughter would feel safe if she went to a show," he said. "People are more aware of the fact this stuff goes down at gigs, and it is the responsibility, particularly of men, to address it, because it is the men who are guilty of causing it and should be calling it out." A song tribute to my daughter has become more about talking to men because it is an important conversation that needs to be had every night. News.com. Our privacy policy includes important information about our collection, use and disclosure of your personal information, including to provide you with targeted content and advertising based on your online activities. It explains that if you do not provide us with information we have requested from you, we may not be able to provide you with the goods and services you require. It also explains how you can access or seek correction of your personal information, how you can complain about a breach of the Australian privacy principles, and how we will deal with a complaint of that nature.